are two kinds of people in this world, the ones that love fall and are obsessed with it, and the ones that hate fall because it's sad and it means that summer's ending. Whichever one you are, this is the ultimate fall guide to fully lean into the season, not just the weather season of fall, but the season of life that you are in that usually comes around this time of year. So if you want to learn how to level up your life and unlock the hottest, highest, and healthiest version of yourself this fall, this is the episode for you. Welcome to today's episode of Hot and Unbothered. Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to my podcast. If you're new here, my name is Bri, and I am your host of Hot and Unbothered. This is the place for you to be if you want to really learn how to be intentional with your living, romanticize every moment, and truly fall in love with your life, no matter the season, weather-wise, or season of life you're in. We are here to make it count. When you think fall, you think the main character of your favorite show. You think of the boots, you think of the scarves, you think of the deep makeup colors and lips and nails, but there really is a deeper meaning than that. Yes, we love the cozy vibes, we love the seasonal activities, but let's go even deeper than that today because I was having trouble thinking. I really do want to dive into the purpose of my mission and my podcast this year and how I am going to benefit you guys and benefit the world, and what does my podcast truly have to offer. And when I think about Hot and Unbothered, it goes further than just the physical, shiny new things and romanticizing the little tiny details of life. But to me, these little things, they add up to the big picture. So I'm not just going to give you makeup tips and the newest, hottest fashion trends for fall. While all that stuff is very fun and very enjoyable, I really was racking my brain. How can I make a fall themed episode that will still be very intentional and touch somebody deeper than the shade of their lipstick that they should be wearing this season? And so beyond the pumpkin spice and beyond the brown leather boots, which we love, it's about slowing down. It's about being intentional. It's about romanticizing the season of life that you are in and really letting go of the things that are no longer serving us. As the year comes to an end, which is insane to think about, and the weather starts getting colder, the nights start getting earlier, it's very difficult sometimes to be present physically, mentally, spiritually. And so we are going to learn to lean into the season of fall instead of it being something that we're trying to resist and something that's setting off our routine and letting us get to a really dark place mentally and emotionally. We are going to figure out how we're going to lean into the season of fall and really use it to fuel our spiritual journey, to fuel our mental health journey, to fuel and feel like the hottest, highest, healthiest versions of ourselves using the tools and beauty that fall has to offer. Now, before we dive into this episode, you guys know I love to share a quick podcast review. Today we have one from Anne. She said, "Hi Bri, if you see this, I really hope you reply. I've been listening to your podcast for over a year now. I love every episode so much. I've noticed so much glow in you physically, but also in your energy and how you talk. You look so pretty in this episode as you do in every single one, and I love how you give such meaningful and helpful advice, and you have helped me so much with my confidence, productivity, and everything else. Sending lots of love from Canada, Anne." Anne, that is so sweet. You guys make me blush all the time, seriously. If you're listening, you can't see, but I'm smiling so big right now, you guys. You all fill my heart. Every single podcast review, DM, comment, I read every single one. I'm not gonna lie, sometimes it might take me a bit to respond, not because I'm not reading them and because I don't want to talk to you guys, but because I am genuinely in awe of the impact and the nice things that you guys have to say. And sometimes it's like, oh my gosh, this is so nice. I need to take a second because I'm physically taken back and blown away by how incredible you guys are. So don't forget, you guys, to rate the podcast 5 stars on Spotify. Make sure you give it a follow and leave a podcast review for the chance to be featured in next week's episode. And if you take a moment to subscribe to my YouTube channel, that would mean the world to me as well, guys. We are so close to 100K, which means I would get a YouTube plaque, which is insane because I'm not even kidding. Ever since I was 7 years old, it was my dream to have a YouTube plaque. And that's what you get for hitting 100,000 subscribers. So that'd be so crazy. crazy. So thank you to everyone who subscribes to my YouTube channel. You guys mean the world to me, but let's dive in. All right, so this fall we need to reset and rejuvenate ourselves, mind, body, soul, mentally, physically, emotionally. We're gonna cover it all. Number one thing I highly urge you to do this fall is to get out in nature, guys. Now, personally, depending on where you live, obviously, is one of the best times to get outside because it won't be too hot, but it won't be too rainy, snowy, cold. Fall is perfect, guys. The crisp air, the crunchy leaves, are you kidding me? And all the changing colors. Fall is so special, and something that I urge you guys to do is when you are doing your nature walks, use it as a practice of solitude. Fall is the ultimate time for solitude. If you guys don't know solitude, it's essentially just the act of being alone and being comfortable, almost doing little dates as yourself. So every physical and mental tip I incorporate in this episode, I want you guys to view it as a date for yourself or an act of love towards yourself. Again, with fall and seasonal depression creeping up on us, it's so important to give yourself the extra love that you need. So view these as acts of self-love, little gifts to yourself, if you will. Anyway, Dr. Bree is ordering for you at least 20 minutes minimum of nature therapy. Get outside. Doing a walk is incredible, but if you don't feel like walking and you just want to sit outside and just really be in your solitude and enjoy the presence around you, doing a gratitude walk or a gratitude sit outside under a tree and just taking the time in your silence and in your solitude to look around and just pay attention to how beautiful God's creation is. Look at the leaves that are falling and changing colors. Look at the animals or the birds flying in the sky. Feel the grass on your feet. Every little breath that you take in of the fresh, crisp air, guys, that is how you're gonna really romanticize fall. And this will be great for you because it will help with your stress levels, your circadian rhythm, lower your cortisol levels. I highly suggest getting some morning sunshine in as well, even if it's just opening your window first thing or eating your breakfast outside. This will help balance your circadian rhythm and really help get ahead of those fall and winter blues when it gets cold and dark really early. I know it's sad. Something that I challenge myself to do during the colder seasons is to take advantage of the daylight, guys. If you can get up earlier, I highly recommend it because the sun starts to set so early, especially if you live in a place where there's daylight savings time. I know that concept might be foreign to some of you, which you're so lucky if it is. The days feel so short during the fall time, so really challenge yourself to take advantage of every moment and live with intention. If there's one thing you take away from this episode, it's to live intentionally, especially during the day. Every hour that you spend doom scrolling or bed rotting during the fall is an hour of sunlight that you are missing out on. So I highly urge you to get outside. Of course, we all love a lazy, cozy fall day when it's intentional. But if you're spending every day wasting your minutes away, okay, bars, I sound like a slam poet right now. If you spend every single day wasting the minutes away inside and not making a positive impact or taking advantage of the daylight or the beautiful creation that we live in, it's truly going to have an effect on your mental health, of course. I highly suggest incorporating cozy ways of movement that will still prevent burnout. So you can do yoga, a candlelit yoga, even if it's in your house, laying out a yoga mat or a blanket and candles all around you, maybe to even unwind. There are things that you can do even after sunset that feel like you are romanticizing your fall day. There's Pilates, there's dance classes, there are, again, slow nature walks I think are so special. These things will energize your body and burn negative fuel without burning out your energy. So you don't have to go pedal to the metal, run the stairs at the beach every single day to get your hot toned summer bod. The intention here is to give your body the mindful movement that it needs in order to operate well and to make your mind and your mood feel the best. While we're on the physical note of fall, I just want you guys to remember that rest is productive. Sleeping is productive. So when it gets dark early, guys, don't force yourself to stay up late. I think this is the perfect opportunity to transition into an earlier sleep schedule, thus earlier mornings. Sleep consolidates your memory, it consolidates your focus, so it's not lazy, it's extremely productive and beneficial short and long term for your cognitive health and function. Rest is the secret weapon throughout fall. Again, when you feel yourself start to feel those laziness, seasonal blues, rest, get enough sleep at night, and wake up. Don't check your phone first. Let your light in, make your cozy fall breakfast. You won't be exhausted. Incorporating seasonal foods, you guys. I know some of us are on almost a consistent, repetitive cycle of the foods that we eat, and that's okay. You like what you like, and no one's judging you for it. But I think fall is one of my favorite seasons for incorporating yummy new foods. There's something about the smell of a kitchen, one, with yummy fall foods, cooking, soups and stews and baked goods. Something that you can definitely do for yourself is to pick up new hobbies during the fall. It's so great just for your mind and your hands to be trying new things and staying active and challenging your mind and your functions. And cooking is one of the best hobbies. I feel like it's such an attractive quality to have in a person in general, just knowing how to cook, spice things up, and cooking for your friends, guys. You can make this into a fun little game for yourself, throwing a little dinner party or having all your friends cook a yummy fall dish to bring and share with each other. It doesn't even have to be a whole production, but I think that's just something that's so cozy and cute and fun. But using seasonal ingredients to cook as well and just incorporate into your daily palette. So squash, pumpkins, apples. Oh my goodness, apples, guys. Ooh, apples are so good. And there are so many great seasonal foods that will be so good for you with the antioxidants, with the gut support. It will make you feel so good. Going to a cute farmer's market to pick all these things up as well would be such a cute and enjoyable, wholesome fall activity. On the topic of wholesome fall activities, I feel like people hear fall and some people's brains go to instantly wild and out, if you will, Halloween, skin showing costumes, and that's why some people don't like fall. Well, I'm here to tell you, you can enjoy fall without all of that chaos, if you will. There are so many fun, wholesome fall activities you can do. Yes, like I said, fall dinner party is so amazing. A wholesome Bible study night, you guys. The other day, me and my church girls, we went to the sunset and we were all cozy with blankets and cozy clothes, and it was such a vibe. One of our besties who hosted it, she made a bunch of yummy, sugar-free, gluten-free baked goods. It was so iconic, and I bet she's listening to this now. And we also all have a book that we're reading. I'll link it for you guys if you want to read it with us. It's Jesus Through the Eyes of Women, but even if you aren't doing a Bible study, maybe you can do a book club with your friends or join a book club. There's something about reading that is very wholesome and grounding, especially during the fall time, and it gives you something to focus on and look forward to each week. You could also do a cozy movie night with your besties, making a bunch of snacks, maybe a projector and fairy lights. There are so many wholesome fall things that you can do. Halloween doesn't have to be the whole main shining star of fall. On the topic of coziness, did you guys know that I have my own sustainable size inclusive clothing line designed by yours truly? We have super comfy loungewear sets that are perfect for the back to school, fall season, winter season, honestly any season. There's super cute colors. There's a built-in bra layer as well as adjustable straps, and everything is so comfortable, and it's great to double as loungewear, sleepwear, activewear. We've tested them in all aspects and it works for honestly anything, so it would mean the world to me if you guys checked it out and supported my clothing line. Again, all size inclusive and sustainably made to order, so no excess, no waste, all clean, all cute, and all comfy, so please check it out. I'm gonna lean in now to how you are going to romanticize the fall season on your own. You could do this with lots of candles. I think candles, guys, they make the vibe. They make the vibe. Something that is huge with romanticizing fall is learning how to really practice gratitude when you are doing the little things, guys. The little moments are what really count in the fall time. So light those candles, and when you're lighting it, be like, wow, I have this amazing candle that I'm lighting in my amazing room and it's gonna smell so good. I have my cute mug that I'm about to drink my favorite tea or hot cocoa or coffee out of. We are so lucky to even have the opportunity to romanticize these things. So practicing gratitude with everything you do makes it so much easier to really lean into the season. Sunset or sunrise journaling, and while you're journaling, you could write down the things that you're grateful for or the things that you see. Again, things that are usually not so good, like the sun going down early. Well, look at this beautiful sunset that we have. Or the leaves dying, but they're turning beautiful colors and they're crunchy on the ground. Like, really focus and hone in on the sensory aspect of fall. The tastes and the sounds and the smells. It makes it so much easier to be grateful for the season instead of dreading the weather. The everyday details truly do matter because your brain starts to program itself to recognize this moment is special. And then that then translates into my life is special or I am special. These opportunities that I am blessed with are so special and we are so lucky. And I want to challenge you guys to shift your mindset because something I notice is when we're in summer, we are then saying, I can't wait for fall or I can't wait for Christmas. And when we are in winter, we're saying, I can't wait for it to be summer. And we're stuck in this constant cycle of, I wish I were somewhere that weren't here. I wish things weren't like this. I want more, I want more, I want more. And humans, it's not even your fault. We're just hardwired and pre-programmed to think this way of never being satisfied almost. So I challenge you to be present in the moment that you are in and reprogram your mind instead of saying, I wish I were this. I wish it were summer. I wish I were here. Say, I'm so grateful to be in this moment right now because maybe the weather is a pain right now, but soon it's going to be summer again and it's going to be 100 degrees and you're going to be sweating and you're going to be miserable and you're going to be like, wow, the things I would do to step on some crunchy leaves right now. So instead of saying, I can't wait until XYZ, ask yourself, how can I enjoy this moment now? How can I appreciate and be present in this moment now? And that will change everything, I promise. Another thing I challenge for you guys to start immediately after listening to this episode is to deprogram the autopilot that you have instilled with you. I know it's just common fact that all humans, we live on autopilot. We wake up, the first thing you do, maybe it's to reach for your phone. Maybe it's to be on your phone last thing before bed. We live in a world where we're hardwired and programmed, wake up, eat something, go to work, get through it, go home, watch a show, go to sleep. That's it. But instead of going through the motions of your day, thinking, how can I get through this? When will this be over? I challenge you again to look through the eyes of intention, look through the eyes of God, look through rose-colored lenses and appreciate everything that's around us. And don't just go through the motions to get them over with. Go through the motions to enjoy them. Life is way too short to just be in the mindset of, let me get this over with. Let's get this done. So my challenge for you is to shift from a mindset of autopilot to one of presence and intention. Notice the leaves crunching in the ground. Notice the crisp air. Notice your hands getting a little chilly and your nose getting a little red. And instead of being all stubborn about it, how incredible that we get to feel something new every single day. We often feel like we're living the same day over and over again, but guys, the opportunities are truly endless, and I think that's so incredible and it's so overlooked. And so this is when you can have fun with the little things of fall. Instead of doing autopilot, let me throw on the same hoodie and sweatshirt every single day, maybe it does make you happy to switch it up and to lean into different fall styles, different fall colors. Maybe you want to do a darker lip or a darker blush today, not because you care how it looks or not because it's trendy, but because it makes you happy and it's fun to switch things up and treat every day like a special occasion. And just it being fall is perfect enough of a reason to switch things up and have fun with the way you style yourself and really treat each day like it's a special one and it's new and fresh. I want you to overall recognize how quickly life does go by, and the year goes by so fast, guys. Come on, 2025. You can't tell me that it doesn't feel like it just started. Like it doesn't feel like I was here just yesterday recording last year's fall video. This year's gone by in the blink of an eye, and so instead of saying, oh, I just want it to be Christmas already, you can enjoy each and every moment because I promise the second it's over, you're gonna wish that you could go back to this exact moment. I want you guys to look at, what do you think fall really is in God's eyes, in the nature of our creation? Look at the leaves falling, look at everything almost refreshing. And you think of fall and it's like dying, but then there's the reborn aspect. So for me, fall really is God's reminder of release and letting go and then starting fresh. Maybe it's shedding your old skin or the old version of yourself so that you can start new in the highest, most freshest, blossomed version of yourself. And look at the way the leaves fall. The trees aren't fighting or clinging on to them for dear life. We don't have to peel them off. They fall on their own when they are ready. And to me, that's the perfect reminder of, one, things that are not meant for us, it's okay and perfectly normal and healthy and in God's plan if they naturally start start drifting away from us or leaving our lives. And I think the symbolism of fall is so beautiful because yes, we are shedding our old skin, shedding our past mistakes, shedding our past people and traumas. And maybe we do go through a season of regeneration, of rest, of almost hibernation to focus on us and work on ourselves and really hone in on the person we want to become. And then you come out of it blossoming like a literal flower. You come out of it so bright, reborn, so refreshed. And that's something that really reminds me to be grateful of the season of life that you are in, because it's designed for us for a reason. Healing and growth is not linear. Look at the trees. They're not always constantly blossoming and blooming and vibrant. They go through stages. And in order to turn into the most vibrant, brightest version of themselves, they have to go through a period where they are shedding and letting go of what no longer serves them. And fall serves as the perfect reminder that stress and grudges, they're not good for you. They're not good for your body, your mind, your heart, your nervous system. But releasing will lower anxiety. It will calm your heart rate. It will really give you the feeling of freedom just from detaching from things that are no longer serving you. So another actionable tip I have for you guys is to just journal. What are the things that we are leaving in the past? What are we letting go of this fall? And it can be things that maybe they did serve us in the past. Maybe they did have a really strong purpose in our lives, but it's okay if they serve their purpose and it's done. And if you find it drifting away, you're going to let yourself let go of it. So really journal, reflect. What are the things that I'm letting go of this fall? And if you really want to make it a visual exercise, you can even rip or tear up the page after you're done to symbolize you letting go and letting yourself enter this new season. Some other practices that are great for just the season of letting go is decluttering. I think this is such a good one. Even challenging yourself to declutter a couple of drawers a week, even just taking inventory of what you have also reminds you how grateful we are. And I am on my I don't want to hang on to stuff that I don't need. Energetically, I feel like the stuff that I was holding on to was just holding me back. So yes, physically getting rid of things that no longer serve purpose in your life is very therapeutic and it helps you feel so much lighter, and it's such a great fall reset. And another tip I have is to just pray and surrender. I feel like a lot of people, they practice the prayer aspect, but they don't practice the surrender. And I mean like give it all to God. Anything that we are carrying that feels heavy, it's because we're not supposed to be carrying it. But oftentimes when we're hyper fixated on something or we're overly attached to something, when we pray about it, we aren't letting go of it, we're hanging on to it. So when you pray about this thing next time, whatever it is, maybe it's a boy, maybe it's a job, whatever it may be, and it's different for everyone, I challenge you to practice surrendering it. Take it and give it to God because He doesn't want it to be heavy for you. And this is just the ultimate letting go, shedding your old skin, shedding the things that are no longer meant for you, is learning how to leave what you can't control in God's hands. And I think there's something really beautiful about that. A few more actionable tips I want you guys to take away from this episode. Number one is to replace your 15 minutes of screen time with at least 15 minutes of solitude, of prayer, of journaling. Any of the things that we practiced in this episode, I truly challenge you guys to replace your scrolling with that, especially during the day, guys. I'm telling you, during the fall, there's not enough daylight to go around, so make sure you're taking advantage of it instead of being cooped up on your phone all day. Practice a seasonal gratitude list. So every week, maybe just 5 little things that you noticed, again, with the weather or with the fashion, whatever you truly find to be the joys of fall. I think it's really effective to just point those out, so then you have a nice little curated list of the things to continue romanticizing and be grateful for during the season. Also, a weekly romanticized reset. So maybe for you, this is creating a fall playlist to play while you open the windows and clean the house, decluttering your space, lighting your candles, setting your intentions for the week or the month, but just resetting and again, leaning into the seasons while you do so is so powerful and so healing, honestly. Overall, just practicing mindfulness and intentions, noticing your surroundings and being present in the current moment will do wonders for you guys. So remember that fall is not just about who has the cutest Halloween costume and carving pumpkins and spending hundreds of dollars on a new fall wardrobe. It's about truly grounding yourself with nature and the moments around you and letting go of the things that no longer serve you so that you can come out of it stronger, brighter, and better. And I want you to ask yourself, what would the hottest, highest, and healthiest version of yourself be doing right now? They would be fully living in the season and in the moment with intentionality and not just trying to wait to get through to the next one. Every day that you spend wishing it were different or complaining about the things that you wish were better is another day wasted, guys, and life is truly too short for that. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I know it was different than my normal seasonal reset episodes in the past, but I truly just challenged myself to be very intentional with you guys and my message, and I don't want to just be some surface level podcaster that you listen to that just talks about glowing up solely on the outside and not about the inside. So it was really important to me to have a deeper message behind this episode. If you guys have any other episode ideas along those lines, please make sure you leave them below. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and follow the podcast Hot and Unbothered. We also have our Hot and Unbothered exclusive community with one-on-one calls with me, live chats, article posts. So I'll have that linked for you guys below. Make sure you follow me on my socials at Brianna Gomez with 2 B's on Pinterest, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, everywhere, and follow the podcast at Hot Unbothered on TikTok and Instagram. Don't forget to shop my sustainable, size-inclusive clothing line. Of course, we have very cozy stuff for the fall time as well. Super versatile. I'm so beyond grateful for every single one of you, and I challenge you to lean into what you are grateful for this season. I love you guys so, so much, and I will see you next Friday. Bye. Mwah.